So here is a Polycom SoundPoint IP phone, and today we're going to do a brief demo of the device feature key synchronization capability of these phones. And device feature key synchronization is a capability that Broadworks introduced to allow you to use the buttons and functionality at the phone itself to control features that are controlled by the server, essentially. So, taking Do Not Disturb for an example. Now, one mode in which these phones can operate is if you press the Do Not Disturb button, it will do not disturb at the phone itself. So the server has no idea that this function is on, and when you call it, the phone will do its own Do Not Disturb handling. And what device feature key synchronization allows you to do is control everything at the server. When you press Do Not Disturb on the phone, it will send a message to the server saying, hey, I'd like to turn Do Not Disturb on. And if the server thinks it's okay for that, you know, you've got that feature on this line and whatever, and it's available for the user, then you can go ahead and turn it on and say, okay, I've turned it on, and the phone will show that Do Not Disturb is on. And likewise, it integrates nicely with other methods of controlling the feature as well, whether it's a web portal or using a feature code. And so we'll see what that looks like in a second here. Now, as I mentioned, Broadworks is the one that introduced the feature, and so many different IP phone vendors have adopted that standard. And what I've done here is I've actually added the capability to do this with Asterisk for an Asterisk-based system, and so that's still being fleshed out a little bit, but I have Do Not Disturb working, so that's what we're going to demonstrate here. So if I go and I just press the Do Not Disturb button, you'll see that it is now in Do Not Disturb mode, and it actually shows that on the phone itself. And so this might look just like it was being done at the phone, but there's actually a little dance that's being done behind the scenes with the server to make this possible. The phone is not showing it's in Do Not Disturb mode because I pressed the button. It's showing it because the server told it Do Not Disturb is now on, and pressing the button told the server that the phone would like Do Not Disturb to be turned on, but it's not actually turning it on directly. So there's a couple of steps involved. If I press it again, it will turn Do Not Disturb off. Now, the traditional way of operating this feature would be using vertical service code, so I can demonstrate that here as well. So if I do *78 and watch what happens here, it's a little bit difficult to hear that. There's just a brief burst of confirmation tone, but you can see that that has actually toggled Do Not Disturb on. So it's very clear from that, right? I was dialing into the server and doing something there, and so I wasn't doing anything at the phone that turned Do Not Disturb on. So it's a little bit easier to see from that. And if I do if I do *79, so a brief burst of confirmation tone, and now Do Not Disturb is now toggled off. So this button here just basically toggles or requests to toggle whatever the current status is. So turning it on, turning it off again. If it's already on, and try to turn it on again, then that doesn't make any difference. It's still on, and we can go and turn it off. So that's Do Not Disturb. There's also call forwarding, which works in a similar manner. I haven't gotten to that yet, so that will be the next step here. But that's showing how Do Not Disturb can be synchronized like that. So most larger organizations that are using Broadworks probably have this capability. You may have seen it. But the same thing can be done with other platforms, including Asterisk, as we have done here.